First of all, thank you so much for taking time to come down for this session and for giving consent to observe your child. As we have discussed the previous time, he has recently been flagged for developmental concerns.
Yes, no worries. I just hope he's okay.
Right, through our assessment, we observed that Alex has relatively good reading skills. He can actually read more sight words. He's also able to express himself if he's facing difficulties with his activities if he wants to. And overall, he seems like a happy child who does not have much worries and does not throw tantrums. Oh, and he's good at stacking toys as well.
Yeah, I agree. He loves to stack toys at home and line them up neatly. But I think he has OCD. My husband expects him to read books all the time. Do he start to read books now at home
That's
too?
good. However, we noticed that in school, he's actually flipping through the pages and not really reading the book. But he's able to read quite well when the teacher is beside him, pointing at the words. Is he like that at home too?
Maybe it's because he has started to read recently. Is reading well important at 6 years old? I don't want to stress him out, but my husband keep telling him, he's always scolding him for flipping the books.
Well, at the age of 6, children should be able to read short stories and retell the stories as well as ask questions. So yes, it is an important milestone for entering primary 1. Maybe you can try sitting beside him to get him to read aloud. As for the stacking of toys, we notice that he lacks creativity in his play skills and he does not try to expand his play, such as like building a rocket or a house. So he's just stacking them up or laying them in a row, So how does he actually play at home?
He does the same at home, but I think it's just the way he likes to play with his toys. My husband sometimes is very harsh on him for his lack of creativity and would like to force him to play in a certain ways, or otherwise he can't play. But I think he should be able to play wherever he likes too. I don't know. Maybe he's not the artistic type.
Of course, we are happy as long as he enjoys himself. So maybe at home, you can try to prompt him to different kinds of play. So like, for example, it's the same material, but maybe play it differently. You can do that by playing beside him, because we notice that when the teacher is giving him one-to-one attention and verbal directions, he's able to vary his play.
Okay. I will let my husband know about it. Normally, he's in charge of play. I'm bad at it.
Yes, that would be good for your husband to play with him. As I mentioned earlier, the one-to-one attention and verbal direction, right? It can also be seen during activities such as board games. Do you play board games at home?
Board games? Yeah, he loves Scrabbles.
Oh, that's nice. But normally, how long do you all play it for?
Maybe 10 to 15 minutes. He's always getting distracted when he sees his sister play with other toys. So our games is always cut short because of that. And also he get bored easily. Then his dad will get angry again and say his attention is too short. Hey, but kids get distracted easily, right?
Yes, they do get distracted. But for children his age, they should be able to sustain their play for at least 20 to 30 minutes. So we notice this lack of attention. So when playing board games with his friends in class, he actually doesn't seem to engage very well. And when we ask him about it, he says it's too difficult for him, which is good because he's expressing himself. But at the same time, he's not asking for help either. So, and this not asking for help thing also applies to other activities as well. So when he's unsure or doesn't know what to do, he will actually look around aimlessly or do his own thing. Like, for example, maths, right? When other kids are playing with shape magnets to form images according to the cards, he's actually sorting them by shapes instead. So the teacher will help him, but when the teacher helps him, the teacher is guiding him, he can actually form the images.
I see. I always teach him to ask for help if needed. Maybe he's shy, that's why.
It could be, but he doesn't seem to be shy to ask for help on other occasions, such as when he has difficulty dressing up. So because of that, we feel like he has difficulties engaging, especially in work activities, being in a large group or by himself.
Everyone is different, right? maybe you all like his dad, just need to encourage him more.
I understand. Yeah, maybe you're right. Children develop, of course, we know that children develop at their own pace. However, each child has milestones to hit at each stage of their life. So your child is actually not developing as well as he should be at this age, and he actually does need support to hit his developmental milestones. So we hope that you're able to see that this is beneficial for him, and we're not trying to put him down.
Okay, go on then.
So we have noticed on several occasions that he actually displays inappropriate behaviors like snatching things and pushing and hitting friends. He also displays poor social skills as he does not interact with anyone, like with friends during activities or free play. And most of the time, he actually prefers lying in a corner instead.
Yes, he snatched toys and fight with his brother at home too. Are there any suggestions to help him?
First off, we can play on his strengths, one of which is reading. So you can actually sit beside him to get him to read aloud, as we mentioned earlier. And also for balancing blocks and enhancing his play skills, we can also actually encourage him to play differently by maybe printing some images for him to reference to, or we can actually give suggestions verbally. As for his lack of social skills and interactions, we can actually set house rules and also model appropriate behaviors for him to learn, as well as to let him observe how other children interact with one another and have him practice gradually, even at home or in school. We should also actually educate him appropriate social behaviors and manners.
Okay, got it.
Additionally, you can actually consider the types of parenting styles that work for your child. You may consider authoritative parenting style, whereby you can actually set clear rules and expectations, and at the same time, you allow open communication and you can solve problems together with your child. But of course, feel free to provide any suggestions that you can work hand in hand together to support Alex's learning and overall development.
Oh, thank you so much for the suggestions. I will definitely update my husband and will implement some of the strategies suggested. And we will also update you of any triggers at home so that you will be more mentally prepared if he have any changes in his behavior. Thank you very much
Yes, that
for
would be
your
good.
time.
Thank you for your time as well. We really appreciate that you can work together for the welfare and interests of Alex. Have a good day.
Sure. Thank you.